all authors Google Hangout Dungeons and Dragons extravaganza. Not this week, though. Welcome to a special edition of Microphones of Madness, where we are playing the classic Room of Horrors.
We're going to turn this into an after-school special.
Probably.
Okay.
It is very special. We have Lehman.
That's right. We have Lehman Kessler of
Boy,
Ask Lovecraft.
I wish Acererak would teach me how zinc works.
Why, Timmy? Oh, sorry. Why, Timmy?
There we go. Dolly, come back, Zinc.
So we're playing the updated 5e edition of this, which is so similar to the original that I don't know why they put it in here, to tell you the truth. The only thing that you need to update really are the monsters, and they have a whole book they just refer you to.
Quick point of order. I don't have graph paper, so who's mapping?
I don't either, and I'm bad with directions, so I bow out.
I might have graph paper in a second.
While Lehman looks for graph paper, we'll have everyone start to introduce their characters. We're playing for time a little bit because we're waiting on one other person.
So we'll start with Lily.
We'll start with me.
Lily, who are you?
I am Dennis.
Of course you are.
Probably drunk.
Tell us a little bit more.
Actually, there's no probable in it. She is drunk. Dennis is very drunk, probably.
Nice.
She is a barbarian, and it just points her at the thing. She smashed it in head.
She's smashing head.
Rodney, who are you?
My name's Wentworth Snart. I'm a tiefling rogue type guy. I am a wealth relocation specialist.
I seem to recall you saying something about this before.
And for those of you who are paying attention to continuity of Microphones of Madness, this means that we succeed in Curse Earth.
No, because you did not let me play Snart as he actually is.
Well, that would be cheating.
That would not have been cheating.
Totally would have been cheating. Snart in the actual game is a devil prince NPC who acts as a Deus Ex Machina when we get in over our heads. And it would totally be cheating to have an all-powerful devil as part of your party in the Tome of Horrors. Moving on, Beck, who are you?
I am Archie Fabian. I'm a half-elf wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Just imagine the screeching guitar and the fireworks
Exactly.
when she says that.
Yeah.
She did it.
You know, Wild Stallion style.
There's a majestic unicorn that appears in lighting behind you and then disappears.
The night begins to shine, huh?
And finally,
You know.
Lehman.
Well, frabjous day, Kalu Clay. I'm Beamish, the gnome warlock.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, my goodness. And James is playing a magic user as well, right?
He's playing a paladin.
He's playing a
Yes,
paladin.
he is. He's playing a paladin.
Playing a paladin. Oh, boy.
All right. We'll start this party. So it's a standalone adventure, so we don't really need tons of continuity here. But you have heard that somewhere under a lost and lonely hill of grim and foreboding aspect lies a labyrinthine crypt. It is filled with terrible traps and not a few strange and ferocious monsters to slay the unwary. It is filled with rich treasures, both precious and magical. But in addition to the aforementioned guardians, there is said to be a demi-lich who still wards its final haunt. Be warned that tales have it that this being called Acererak possesses powers that make him nearly undefeatable. All accounts conclude that this is that it is quite unlikely any explorers will ever find the chamber where the demi-lich lingers, for the passages and rooms of the tome are fraught with traps, poison gases, and magical protections. Furthermore, the demi-lich has so well hidden his lair that even those who avoid the pitfalls will not be likely to locate their true goal. Only large and well-prepared parties of the bravest and strongest should even consider the attempt. And if such a group does locate the tomb, it's a book. They must be prepared to fail.
I like books too.
Any expedition must have magical protections and weapons, and must be equipped with every sort of device possible to ensure survival.
Well,
Kill
that seems
liches,
easy enough.
get money.
Pardon?
Sounds like a pretty typical Saturday night.
So basically, we're the Goonies, and this is One-Eyed Willie.
I demand someone do Turtle Shuffle.
I vote for the gnome.
Wait, what?
I second the vote for the gnome.
Yay!
Oh, this hasn't started off well at all.
Dance, gnome, dance.
Truffle Shuffle. Truffle Shuffle.
I think you have me mistaken for someone who doesn't have Eldritch Blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment, the gnome shall perform the sacred and rare dance of the tablecloth.
Now, Mage Hand can just be used for bitch slapping, right? Like that's it, right? Because I got a cantrip of that, so I can use that as much as needed.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to move him much because he probably weighs more than 10 pounds, but yeah.
There we go. I just need to move some of his teeth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Move this pointed one right here.
You guys arrive at the site of where all the rumors point to. There's a low, flat-topped hill about 200 yards wide, 300 yards long, and 60 feet high. Only ugly weeds, thorns, and briars grow upon the steep sides and the bald top of the mound.
And a large illusory arrow pointing right at it says "Lich lives here."
Well, it's not really living.
This is where the rumors are pointing you. This is where evil is.
Well, this looks like the place.
Okay, so let me get this straight, Snart. You said there's stuff in there that we want.
Kill liches, get money.
I thought you said kill bitches, get money.
Oh, that's very different.
Look, liches get stitches. That's all we need.
But there's
need
a
to find
good thing.
We need to find a phylactery is the key when it comes to liches.
And what does a phylactery look like?
Well, it's very personal, so we'll have to look for anything that seems nondescript and easily looked over. That's probably it.
So you want me to break everything?
That would probably work very well in a
I can do that.
dangerous death maze full of, death and destruction.
Invisible tripwires and...
So there is a low foreboding hill.
Is there a door in this hill?
It's just a hill. There are some black stones. It looks like black standing rocks on the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
I will send my familiar Jub, a strangely colored bird, to do a quick survey from above to see if anything seems untoward or out of the usual.
How well can you communicate with your bird?
With Jub?
Yeah.
Well, we can communicate pretty well. It's the whole familiar, familiar relationship. It's
They're quite familiar with each other.
Not even going to ask.
Don't make it weird.
So we can communicate telepathically within 100 feet. I can see through the familiar's eyes if necessary. Hear what it hears. And If I need to, I can temporarily dismiss it into a pocket dimension. But why would I ever do that to poor Jub Jub?
You're a warlock.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need other reasons than that.
Looking at your clothes, your pockets are not very big.
Nor are you.
Oh. All right. Well, Jub Jub takes a couple of flights around the low hill and says that, and I'm going to say says, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
It's pretty nondescript, and the only thing that is not like the other, the north side of the hill has a crumbling cliff of sand and gravel, which is about 20 feet high in the middle of the hill. So it's 60 feet, and then there's this section that is crumbling gravel, blasted ruin.
All right, I will indicate that to my colleagues as the most likely spot, which means it's probably absolutely festooned with traps. Who's got the most meat on them?
I ain't touching it. Snarf, ain't this what you do?
What? Am I supposed to be looking for traps in gravel?
Yes.
Okay, then I shall look for traps in gravel.
Okay. Let's divide the gravel into 3 sections. Are you going to take the east side, the west side, or the middle of the gravel? So
Which one has fewer traps?
We're gonna go east side. We'll start with the east side.
East side.
Yay.
The gravel is pretty loose. And after a few slips and slips,
Oh,
hey man, it just got loose gravel.
where
after
are our minds today?
Yeah, what did I just say about making it weird?
what are you using to poke around in the gravel?
Let's see. I shall use a stick. Is there a stick handy?
Maybe like a
10-foot pole or something from my Dungeoneers pack?
sure.
Classic.
Looking around with your 10-foot pole, you
Probe.
come across.
I'm probing the loose gravel with my whole pole.
Actually see that there appears to be a part that looks like it could be a cave entrance.
That could be a cave entrance.
Tannis covers her face, trying not to laugh at this whole situation.
You'd have to clear it. It would take about an hour for you guys to get it clear.
Would it take an hour? What if we were to shatter it? Does it look shatterable?
It looks that maybe if you shattered it, you might bring the mountain on top of you, or the hill. You would definitely get some avalanche activity.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm, small one. I started moving things.
I can use Mage Hand to move rocks of 10 pounds or less.
It's a cantrip, so he can do this for a while.
Heck yeah,
I'm sure Jub Jub can take some bits of gravel and whatnot.
Yeah.
Actually, no. We don't even need to get it fully through. We just need to get enough space for Jub Jub to be able to fly through. Because then I believe, let me just make sure. No, never mind. I can only take one extra person because I have Dimension Door. But I can only take one extra person with me. Never mind.
I believe they have to be same size as you. That's not going to help.
Nope, I could just bring. Oh, you're right. So of your size or smaller. You're right. Never mind. Y'all should have been short too.
I paid attention on that day in class.
Gnome half-elf relations.
I'm cool with gnomes. They amuse me.
We're pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
I do know some interesting things. Usually involved in many a bar fight with gnome. Not with them, but like on their side. They start shit.
I remember back in the day, gnomes could talk with burrowing creatures. Can I get some like moles to help us out?
The moles stay very far away from this combat scale.
That's fair. Oh, Steve, just annoying thing for you to have to keep track of. I have Eldritch Sight, which means that I essentially have detect magic at will.
Okay.
So just I'm gonna be a magic Geiger counter for most of things.
It's an annoying thing that you need to keep track of.
Well,
but if anything, yeah.
Anything magic comes within 30 feet of me.
You could detect that it is magic, or can you determine more?
I believe first thing I could just get is an aura that magic is present, and then if I do extra concentrating and like arcana checks and things like that, I can start to try to figure out what like schools and things like that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That might be helpful.
But it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, an inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead. So I've got that whole Superman thing going down.
The world's smallest Superman.
Here we go. Up and away.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
are you one of those like clones that Superman shot out of his hands?
I think I'm technically a last son of Krypton, but don't quote me on that.
Oh no, you're the little tiny cyborg Superman.
Oh,
you're like the bobblehead.
Aw.
He's the pop figurine.
I think if anything, I'm a Mixelplex. Let's be fair and honest.
Yeah, he's Mixelplex.
All right.
Well, while he's been talking to the voice of nowhere, Tannis has been moving rocks.
I've been moving rocks with my mage hand.
Yeah, but I mean, like while you were doing that talking, she's been moving rocks.
I've been putting my mage hand on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
After an hour of sweaty work, you see a corridor before you. It's made of plain stone, roughly worked and mortared, with a 10-foot-high ceiling.
Oh, trust me, Rogue. You'll have your work out later.
Promises.
So, there you go.
You seem to have uncovered a corridor.
Who's going in first?
Yes, what is your marching order, and what are you doing while you're marching, so to speak?
I suppose I'll go first.
Beamish is Geiger countering.
Okay.
I'll let Beamish ride on my shoulders, and he can hold on to my horns.
Beamish, is there a check for your Geiger counter?
I don't believe so. I think pretty much. I mean, some things you can rule as a GM might just be undetectable or harder to detect or require some sort of check. But I think as written, it's just I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet.
Okay.
I can use an action to try to figure out what school of magic it is, and that's. But if it's behind something, essentially, if it's behind something or like in a chest or anything like that, I can't tell. Like, or I can't like sense like through a door or anything like that. But this is just a kind of a basic. Where's I'm playing Diablo and I'm pressing tab a lot to figure out where the items on the ground are.
Okay. Well, you actually detect no magic.
Okay.
In this fairly mundane corridor. How are you guys? What is your order?
Well, I'm behind them. I
assume I'm in the back. Unless it makes more sense for the wizard to take up the rear. What's yours? What kind of wizardry do you get up to, sorcerer?
Oh, the fiery kind mostly.
All right, I'll be behind the fiery wizard.
I think the fiery wizard should just like throw a fireball down every corridor we go in.
Well, that'll last us about 3 corridors.
No, 3 corridors. Long rest. 3 corridors, long rest.
By the time you guys make it out of this dungeon, the village is going to have collapsed under economic hardship.
Not after all the money I just threw around on the way in.
I
So-
forgot to spend my money, so I'm helping create scarcity.
So I will ask again, what is the marching order?
I'll go first,
Okay.
being Mr. Trap Detector. Muscle should go second.
Okay.
I'll go third.
And I will take up the rear with Jub Jub, keeping a careful eye behind us.
Okay. Rodney.
Yes, sir.
As you're walking in, what exactly are you doing?
I'm walking in careful with my pole, probing for traps, tripwires, pressure plates, lasers, motion sensors,
You're checking for traps.
microphones.
What the hell is a microphone?
Rodney, give me a wisdom roll.
Wisdom.
Give me
Perception.
perception.
My perception. All right. That is a 17.
You see nothing odd. The corridor it's 20 feet wide and goes down for 60 feet. And at the end, there are 2 doors.
2 doors.
And here I am supporting the Lancasters this whole time.
Oh,
So, everyone roll for initiative.
Whoa,
that was
Already.
fast.
we're
That
fighting some
was
doors.
fast. Oh, that could have been worse. Thank you, approved initiative.
Woohoo!
All right. So, Rodney, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
Okay. Lily, what'd you get?
12.
Beck
19.
and Lehman.
11.
All right.
These 2 doors, are they just at the end of the hallway, or are they sort of bifurcated? How are they kind
They're
of?
at the end. There are 2 separate doors on the south wall. But
Okay.
you,
Oh, wait. We had our dex bonus to that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, 22.
oh, all right. All right. Well, Beck, you definitely react first.
Sorry, I'm a little rusty.
That's okay. As you hear from behind you the sound of stone grating on stone.
I yelled, duck.
Duck?
Goose? What? No.
Pigeon. Jub jub.
Well, I'm definitely willing to do that. I drop.
Okay. So, I gotta do some maths. Okay. You guys duck. You continue to hear the sound. Lehman, what are you doing?
So the sound is coming from behind us?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right, then. I am going to ping myself with jump, and I'm just going to sort of try to hop out of the way. So my jump is now tripled.
Okay. Where are you jumping to? Which direction?
I guess I will jump in the general direction of the meat shield. So I'll be jumping with Lily.
Okay. You're jumping over to Lily?
Yeah.
All right. And finally, Rodney, what are you doing?
If it's coming from behind us, I shall spin and draw my dagger.
You see, if you are by the doors, another 10, 20, 30 feet away from you, you see from the eastern wall a block of stone sliding out from the wall. It has gone. Let's see. It's gone about half of about 2 feet, and it continues to slide.
As in across to the opposite wall or toward us?
Oh, to the opposite wall.
Okay.
It continues to slide. Lily. It's your turn.
Wait. Did Lehman go ahead of me? Because initiative is higher than his.
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't go.
sorry. My fault. Beck, it's your turn. It's at the top. My fault.
Okay. I was like, I'm confused. What happened?
Well, I mean, not to state the obvious, but I think we're about to be trapped in here. I wish I had a dwarf I could chuck at the gap. Hey, you're small.
Yes.
All right. It continues to slide in.
So that's ahead of us, right?
That's behind you.
Oh, behind us? I think we're just screwed.
I'm saying it's blocking us in.
Well, we're here now, so.
Okay. Well, Lily, what are you doing?
I'm drawing my sword just in case something decides to attack us while we're being locked in.
Okay. Lehman. The block continues to close. At this point,
at this point, how big does it seem?
it is filling the entire passage from top
And
to
it's
bottom.
from top to bottom.
Yeah, moving slowly across.
Ugh, that does not sound fun at all. That is a bad scene, no matter how you consider that. No, that doesn't stick around. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to sort of stay with my comrades and try not to be cut off from them. So,
All right, Robbie.
Well, I guess while they're watching this rock slide in and trap us in the room, I shall examine the 2 doors.
Give me a perception check.
I would like to investigate them for traps.
Give me a roll. Roll d20. What'd you get?
17.
Yeah, you're looking at these doors for traps, and first the one, and as you're going to the other, you realize that both of these doors are false fronts. Lily, what are you doing?
Did you say that?
It's now gone another 2 feet, so it has gone 4 feet into the corridor.
Do you say anything about the false fronts?
Hey, these doors are false fronts.
Oh, shit. Well, I run towards the wall that's sliding shut and try to put some force on it to slow it down.
Well, what are you using?
I guess I'm just trying to grab it, the edge of it, and pull on it and see if that slows it. And if it doesn't, well, I don't want to get between the wall and it. That's the thing.
No.
I don't want to get between the wall and it.
There's no. That's the irresistible force, but you are not an immovable object, and it slowly takes you with it. There's a lot of force behind that, and your puny half-elf frame is not going to stop wall of granite.
This was a moment of panic. I'm not saying it was logical either.
What are you doing, Lehman?
Again, I think that these things are going to shut. There's nothing, not a great deal we should be. So, it's false front, isn't it? There's nothing behind them. That's just a wall there.
Yep.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I can get out. I can try to cast Arms of Hadar to sort of try to create a space to kind of batter at the walls and essentially kind of these dark tendrils of dark energy to sort of see if they can kind of keep the wall in place while the rest of us run through. Again, I know I can dimension door myself.
it is not moving super fast.
Okay.
But at this point, it's taken about half of the corridor.
Okay.
But your arms of Hodor
Hodor.
are not holding the door.
Okay.
The wall.
Well, then again, I'm sticking with the team. So if the team decides to try to stay and find something to do on this side, I'll stay with them. If they're thinking to try to, Indiana Jones out and try a different passageway in, I'll go with them.
Rodney.
What about Beck? What did Beck do?
Beck did nothing at the beginning.
Yeah, it's your turn. You're the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, and this appears to be no way out.
Well, the way out is rapidly closing.
All right, well, I'll bolt for it.
Shut down all the doors.
Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level.
Oh, shut them all down. Okay,
Yep.
So you're bolting. What's your move?
My move is 30.
You can actually make it up to, from where you are, you can make it up to the door or the wall that's closing in on your
Okay.
turn.
I will use my cunning action to use my bonus action to dash.
You are now on the other side,
Smart man.
and your companions are slowly being occluded by a door. Beck, what are you doing?
I think I can make the gap.
Okay. So you're gonna run?
Yeah.
Okay. Lily.
I'm right there, so I'm going through. And if Lehman's right next to me, I'm just gonna yank him through with me.
I'll take it.
You yank Lehman through just as the wall mashes into the side, and
Lehman is the fedora.
I'll take it.
Lehman, no, you are actually able to grab your hat from the jaws of death,
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
as Lily is grabbing you from the jaws of death. So now there's not even a bang because it was, glacier slow.
All right.
Sound of grinding stone against grinding stone.
Yeah, it
now
just
we're-
stops
now-
grinding.
And now we're back outside.
Well, you're still in the passageway. There's still 30 feet to the opening that you created.
Right.
But yeah, effectively you're outside. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying. This part of the map that I just drew is worthless.
Possibly.
Okay.
Well, I believe this is not way in.
Well, I guess we should check the centermost section of gravel with our 10-foot pole.
After you've read.
After 10, 20 minutes of searching, you come to another possible entranceway. Assuming that you're going to spend the time to clear it, there is another 20-foot corridor that leads into the side of the hill.
Does it take another hour for them to do this?
Yes.
Okay. I'm resting to get back my spell slot.
Okay. As the last.
I only got 2, folks.
As the last of the gravel is hauled away, you are met by bright, brilliant colors that are to be seen everywhere. The stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colorful mosaic of stone, with a distinct winding path of red tiles about 2 feet wide snaking its way south down the corridor. No stonework can be seen on the walls or the ceiling 20 feet above. For some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all these surfaces and then illustrated. The scenes show fields with kine grazing, a corpse with several wolves in the background, workers of various races and strange human-animal mixtures, pig human, ape human, and dog human, going about various tasks. Certain of the frescoes show rooms of some building, a library filled with many books and scrolls, the door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, doors, chests, birds, bats, spiders, and all manner of things shown on the walls.
Is there any language?
No, there's not.
Okay.
But if you guys would give me 1/2 a second, and I'm going to throw up a picture in the Facebook.
Time's up.
Yeah, one's a critic.
Hey, you said 1/2 a second.
Do you guys know if the link to the Hangout there is anywhere that James can see?
I sent it to him.
No, I'm putting it in the. Oh yeah, I already sent James the link.
Okay, cool. I just didn't know how late was late for him, so.
Let's see. It's called. Never get to do this stuff when I'm under pressure. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in the MOM gaming announcements.
Oh, okay. To Facebook.
Tally ho.
Into the Facebook we go. All right. So these are actually from the original. That is a black and white drawing of what the corridor looks like.
Oh, hello. All right, and so that kind of darker bit is the red.
Yeah, that's
line.
Right, exactly. That's the mosaic tiled floor, and it winds its way down.
I mean, follow the Crimson Path Road, Crimson Brick Road. I mean, that could be a thing. That's probably not blood or death.
So
I would like to try something.
Okay.
I want to take a baseball-sized stone and chuck it down the hallway.
Okay. What are you trying to accomplish? It goes down the hallway and bounces a few times.
Right. I was trying to avoid the red brick path. See if there was anything further down that might get triggered by a heavy stone striking the rest of the
You
floor.
just hear a stone clicking off the floor. So for those of you who are mapping, the corridor is 20 feet wide.
Okay.
And goes straight south. 90, 100.
For a while, I imagine.
Yeah, 130 feet.
Okay.
And it's just a rectangle. And then the path starts out on the east side and goes for 10 feet and then jukes to the west. Where it goes 10, 20, 40 feet or so straight down the middle of the western part of the corridor.
Nothing magical is pinging at me?
Nothing magical is pinging at you right now. How what's the range on that? 30 feet?
It's 30 feet. So like stuff's got to get pretty close before.
Yeah, nothing magical is pinging you right now.
Okay.
And just in case it's not clear from the picture, the two jackal-headed things holding that box there, that box is actually popping out of the wall. It looks like a chest that has been welded somehow onto the wall.
All right. Well, I will send Jub through the hallway at least about 100 feet down, just not touching anything.
Okay.
Just to kind of increase line of sight. Let us see if there's any other sort of thing any piece of information that might be useful that I can relate to the team. If not, I'll just let them fly back and that'll be that. But just on the off chance, one member of our party who doesn't have to touch the floor.
Right. Now, the big thing that Jub can tell you is the pattern of mosaic. He can basically give you the entire path of the mosaic and tell you what's at the end of the hall. So let's do that first. So once it goes down those 30 feet, right past where the jackals and the box are, and it looks like it looks like a door that a prison door. This is like a fresco.
I see the picture with like the little hands sticking through.
That's a prison door with a picture of a guy.
Yeah.
Right. Then it jukes back to the east, or I'm sorry, to the west for the duration of 10 feet. It just kind of spoons in and back out.
Okay.
back over to the west, where it goes a full 10 feet, and then goes back over to the west. It basically it winds around.
It winds around. Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the corridor, actually, Jub reports that there is a bas relief. It's a sculpture of a devil face formed of mosaic tiles, and it looks like a huge O of a mouth. And then to the east, about 10 feet further north from where that is, on the eastern wall, there is an archway, a stone archway that is filled with a veil of thick mist.
Okay. All right, so it looks like we've got some options ahead of us. The real question is, do we touch this red thing or do we avoid this red thing? What are folks feeling? Because if I just wanted to murderfy some people, I would put a red thing that you have to stay on until about halfway through, at which point it becomes murder death.
True. Is that box thing near us, Steve? That's sticking out of the wall?
Yes, it is. Actually, another thing, Lehman, when Jub returns, he does give you the impression that combined, the mosaic actually are runes that you can read.
Okay. Anything that's within his field of vision, I will read, and I can read all languages. Thank you, dark and terrible Fey powers.
Yeah, well, there's worse things to sell your soul to. Okay. Acererak congratulates you on your powers of observation. So make of this whatever you wish, for you will be mine in the end, no matter what. Go back to the Tormentor, or through the Arch, and the second great hall you'll discover. Shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal. You're well along your march. 2 pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall. These keys and those are most important of all, and beware of trembling hands and what will maul. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hall you'll come, and there the throne that's key and keyed. The iron men of visage grim do more than meets the viewer's eye. You've left and found my tome, and now your souls will die. It's a very long mosaic.
That's a lot of information.
That was really cheerful.
Yes, and I'm sure it was a map of some sort.
I'll tell you what.
In a sadistic lich's sense of humor, they just told us how to get through this whole thing.
Because that's a lot of information to unpack, and we're not near each other physically, I took a screenshot of it, and I'm going to also put that in the files book.
In half a second?
Yes.
Excellent.
Maybe. Well, because I'm using a different device. There we go. Easier. All right.
All right, so there's some gray dudes we got to keep away from. We got to watch out for the color green.
There you go. There's the whole thing. If you guys want to parse that for a minute, look it over, try and make sense of it.
Oh boy.
Go back to the Tormentor.
Well, because all of this, the runes are further along, right? So we were meant to.
This is the
we were meant to have read this after passing a bunch of these images and whatnot.
Right.
So none of this feels like it talks about dog-headed dudes holding a very suspicious box within reach.
No, man, but I would like to take a gander at said box.
Sure.
Not open it, just look at it real good.
Is it a green box? What is noticeably green in our immediate vicinity?
Well,
from this black and white photo.
It's a bronze chest. The most outstanding feature in this location is actually outstanding. Okay, just remember Gary Gygax.
Yes. Oh, yes. No.
Two human figures are painted so as to appear to be holding a real bronze chest that protrudes from the wall. So it is bronze. It is not rusted, so it is not green. That's copper anyway.
Yes. Although there's some like trees opposite it, which could potentially be green. Although I guess they may be sort of more opposite the dude being lowered into a fish monster.
I gotta love fish monsters.
All right. Well, it seems like the first thing this poem, if we want to actually take this poem at its word, is the tormentor. So is looking for some picture of torture. Either people being lowered into fish monsters, dude in prison.
There's that dude imprisoned.
Yeah.
Look like he's very happy.
Yeah, but I mean, a dude being lowered into a fish monster also doesn't look happy.
But he would be the tormented, as would the guy being lowered into the fish monster. Who's this bird-looking fella with the wheel doing the lowering?
All right, hold on. I got to look at the picture.
Curse you, Acererak / Gary Gygax.
Here I am, still trying to look at the damn box.
Well, okay, no, that's fair. Lily's doing box stuff, so let's do one thing at a time. Let's do box first.
Ceiling?
What on the ceiling?
Where's the fish monster? Oh, there. Yeah, that's a guy getting tortured. Yes.
Yes, but the tormentor is the guy at the top.
Yeah, the guy sort of spinning a wheel,
right,
like a racker, lowering him.
He kind of looks like a plague doctor. All right. Well, Lily, your box is hinged on the bottom.
Your box is hinged on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Damn, man.
Well, there it goes. Good night, everyone. Bye.
That's all, folks.
Check, please.
Don't forget to tip your servers.
You can actually see that there's a needle that sticks 3 inches out of the wall.
Ugh.
Well, that looks nasty.
It looks like maybe a thief would be able to disarm that trap. Really
This is nuts. You want to come take a look at this?
What do I look like I know about needles?
You look like you know about thief things. You know, with the
Thief
whole
thing.
wealth relocation thing.
I shall examine the needle.
Oh, hold up. Is this just a Sharps disposal box? Like, are we just in a sketchy bathroom? Acererak actually really cares. He's all about harm reduction. Guys, I think we've really misunderstood him.
Yeah, you look on the side of the box, it says LabCorp.
Mm.
It's their pickup box.
It's the pickup box. Nothing to see here, just medical waste.
Well, that explains all the red on the floor.
This way for blood withdrawal.
Yeah, Rodney, it looks like it's a pretty straightforward trap.
All right, I'll break out my tools.
Yeah, I know we don't have rules for this in 5e, but you can take 10 on this.
I can take 10 on that?
Oh, yeah.
And I get a plus 10 for my use of my tools?
Yeah, see, it's a DC 10 dexterity check, so you can take 10 on it.
Okay, well, yeah. If I just straight rolled, I got a 14 plus the tools is a 24.
There you go. Well, you pop it open and disable the needle trap. It appears the chest appears to be empty.
Of course. It's like playing Skyrim.
But inside, there's a rod that protrudes vertically from the bottom.
Ooh.
It looks like it's got some give to it.
Like a handle or something?
Yeah, just like a lever.
YOLO.
What did Emperor's New Groove teach us about levers?
Well, it tells you. Look, we've talked about you pulling random rods.
All right. Well,
yours.
I'm assuming it's Tanis and Snart.
Yeah.
In this box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me dex checks.
Dex checks.
Tanis, you have
Danger sense.
You have danger sense. So you can give me that danger sense.
Ooh, just to
Good, because our frontal point on the first one, that is a, see, that's dex save, that is a 20.
Yeah, you feel the bottom start to give out from under you.
You got that.
Well, I got a.
I'm sure that's
19
fine.
Dex save.
You got a what?
Got a 19 dex save.
Okay. Well, you are able. Your reflexes are quick enough, Snart, to allow you to jump back as a trapdoor opens up, and you are looking into a 30-foot drop, and it looks like there are spikes at the bottom of that pit.
According to our friend the poem, we do want to fall into some things. So maybe
not
those
that
are
one.
Maybe those are happy spikes.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not where we want to fall.
Are you sure?
Also, I don't think you should pull rods like that anymore.
Once this pit is open, does it seem pretty like it's staying open?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna have Jub take a look down there, just in case there is, in fact, like some goodie.
Jub gives you a baleful look.
He's fine.
Wants to check his contract, and he flutters down, looks around, and comes back up and reports that there is nothing.
Silly bird, there is no contract.
All right, there you go. See, look, we got all we have to go on is a poem and like promises of riches. So,
well, I mean,
Jub is the expendable.
Are we even certain that this is the right path to take? There's still a third pit of gravel.
I mean, it's taken us an hour to to find a false end and a strange murder tunnel. So I'm happy just sticking with the murder tunnel for now.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll proceed. I will check out the painting of the door.
Okay.
Are we sticking to the? How are we walking down this thing?
The painting of the door is right next to the pit that you opened up.
Okay.
Yep. So when I dodge the pit, I just kind of
yoink.
Right now I'm in front of the door.
Yeah.
If you push the lever back, does it push the pit up?
No, the pit is there. It'll be reset for the next group.
Watch out for pendulums, everyone.
It's the pits.
You're lucky you're cute.
Okay.
I hear that a lot.
That is 4. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, that's like the rest of the corridor. It's painted on like a plaster facade. Okay, give me a perception check.
That is a 21.
Oh, snap.
There is definitely a difference between your soundings
Ooh.
of most of the surrounding and behind that painting of a door.
Is there any way to like maybe reach into my burglar's pack, pull out my crowbar, and kind of chip away at the plaster a little bit?
There is. As you chip away, it reveals a door, a regular, real oaken door.
Ooh.
Now, who would hide a door behind plaster?
Who would hide a door behind a door?
House hunters. Oh, sorry. Property brothers.
The Winchester House of Mystery.
I bet there's some great wine in this room.
You will not fool me with it.
Or a corpse. Or both.
I will examine the door. Is it locked?
It is not.
It is not. Does it have a keyhole?
It does not.
Does not. Does it open inward or outward?
It opens inward.
Opens inward. All right. I will position myself.
Where's everybody else standing? This is going to be a very frequent question that I'm going to ask. Where's everybody standing?
I'm in the most safe location.
Other side, looking around the corner at him, away from the pit.
They're like at the entrance going, "You can do it, Start. You can do it."
Well, when you say the other side, what do you mean?
All right, so like he's going in that door, like looking at that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull the picture up again, so I'm making sure I'm saying this right. I'm assuming that where the box is where the pit is now, right?
Yes.
So I'm on the other side of the door, next to the wall, like not directly in front of it. I learned my lesson about standing directly in front of doors.
Okay. So you're on the other side of the door,
Yeah.
and you're on the east wall or the
Right.
west wall. The
Right.
west wall. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so
Same size
opposite
as
the
the
door?
Yeah.
Same side as the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Beck, where are you?
Well, I want to know what's in there, so I'm thinking I'm standing in line of sight through the doorway.
Okay. And Lehman.
I'm just in the back, I guess, being safe, getting ready to toss Jub in if a bird-sized, hole opens up.
Okay.
Jub.
That poor bird.
Hey, he's living up to being a warlock.
It's like straight out of Conan Warlock.
Just
I'll have a minion. do it.
When all
You'll
you
be fine,
have
Jub
is
Jub.
a Jub bird, every problem is I don't
Throw
know,
the Jub at it.
is a Jub bird-sized hole to chuck him
Throw
in.
the Jub at it.
That's cool. Okay, so yeah, it opens inward.
okay. I want to get on the hinge side.
Okay.
Are the hinges exposed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get on the hinge side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to work the pins loose and just let the door fall in rather than opening it.
Ooh, fancy.
All right. Let's see. How will we do that? You got to roll something for that. Well,
If it's cool.
yeah, I'll let you do it. We just want to see if you can do it. So we'll
The strength thing?
yeah, you could do well. I don't know if it's really strength, but more. Roll dex, straight dex.
7.
Yeah, you can't. It's, there's in a world without WD-40, it's very hard to.
Anybody got a flask of oil?
I can
Flash
shatter
or
something.
She drinks it.
I got mage hand. Is it a 10-pound door? I can gently lower it.
One of the hinges might be 10 pounds.
Is it a monster? I can hold a monster.
It's a monster door.
Yes,
Totally.
it's a yokai door.
Okay. I'm going to get frustrated with being unable to get the pins. And I'm going to still standing on the hinge side. I'm going to just kick at the door, let it swing open, and like spin up against the wall. And try to and try to look like real nonchalant about that.
So that leaves me pretty much standing opposite the open door.
Exactly.
All right, you see how his tail is twitching? He's a little annoyed.
You are greeted by the odor of stale as it wafts out of the room.
Stale what?
Make a Constitution save against stale.
Just stale.
This here, friends, this is the smell of stale.
As the door opens, and
a paladin walks out.
A 20-foot corridor with a door on the end. You hear Dudley Do-Right riding backwards on his horse, entering the tomb. Guys, did I miss anything? No.
Mind the pit.
Yeah, there's
Is he actually there yet?
I'm here.
That was my grand entrance. Or James. James, why don't you introduce your character real quick as you enter?
Saunter into the death trap room.
As these guys are just in time to see them open a door.
Awesome. You see a armor-clad dwarf.
Clank.
Yeah.
Clank.
You see a couple scars, but he's well cropped, I guess, as the noble-born he is, with a very large sword, and just wanders in like he owns the place.
Oh, good. You own this place. Go through that door we just opened.
Wait, you're the Lich?
As he walks in, he goes,
Aren't
"Hi,
you
who the fuck are all you?"
Who the fuck are all you? You know who we are.
I do?
Yeah, we got drunk last night together.
No, that wouldn't have been me. I tend to keep my restraint when it comes to the alcohol.
And you call yourself dwarf.
Burn.
I do. I still abide. I just don't drink that much. I'm sure I would have remembered all of you.
I'm sorry. Does that mean the dwarf abides?
Absolutely. You're out of your element, gnome.
You're still the smallest.
Dang, I am still the smallest. Sorry, ain't nobody getting through this dimension door except me and Jub Jub.
As Jub Jub eventually abandons you for greener pastures before we get done.
Well,
So there's
Armored bowling ball, would you like to enter this room we just found?
20-foot corridor ending in another door.
Would you like to enter the stale corridor we found?
Yeah, and it smells. It smells like it has not been aired out for a while.
Right. Well, seeing as though that all of you are standing around wondering what the fuck to do, I think I will abide by the gentleman's suggestion, and I will walk on down the hall.
Hey,
The
try
killer
to
awoke
keep an eye
before
out
dawn.
for traps.
Wait, do we see the hall? I thought we want to go through that door.
No,
You mentioned a hall. That's all I'm going with.
the door that you just opened
Opens on another hall.
opens on the hall. That
Oh, I
goes
see. Okay.
For
That's,
20 feet to the west
okay, good.
and ends in a door.
Okay. Boop, boop.
And
Let us not
all
confuse the
dimension-
mapper.
Everything's 10 feet wide unless I tell you otherwise.
Perfect.
Yep.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
All right.
I have no problem with letting him be guinea pig.
I walk towards the door.
It is another beautifully wrought oaken door with bands of iron supporting it.
Come on, you little bambies. Don't worry, Jamroar Gold Bludgeon will make sure you're all safe.
Charm your cold bludgeon will make sure we're all safe.
Well, as long as we're safe.
That is the name of the game. So, door.
Okay, we'll follow the dwarf.
Yep.
I'm sure nobody ever regretted saying that.
Follow me. I'll lead the way.
Does any of you have a key?
Got a jub.
What?
There's no keyhole on this door.
One of those kind of doors, I see.
You mean the kind you open?
Hopefully. I'm assuming it's a push door, so I will attempt to push it.
It actually opens outward, yes.
Okay.
I imagine him still pushing it though.
I can't get it to open.
It won't open. We're stuck.
There's another 10 foot of corridor which opens up into a room that is 20 feet across and 30 feet deep.
And it's just an empty room?
There's a statue of a gargoyle in the corner. There's also
what are we worried about? We were told to be afraid of men
There's
in
also-
gray.
Things?
What was it? No, those are Iron Men of Grand Visage. Is it an iron gargoyle?
no, it is stone. The only odd thing about the gargoyle is it has 4 arms instead of 2. There are doors to 2 doors on the south wall, and then there is also a door on the lower corner of the west wall, right beneath where
The gargoyle is?
well, no, right beneath where the corridor opens out.
Oh, I see
into
what you're
the
saying.
room.
Oh, right. Wait.
So,
I think I'm slightly lost.
okay, you have 10 feet
Yep.
of corridor
And then
beyond
the
the
door.
door you just opened. Then it opens up into a room.
Yeah.
Right. And to the south of where you are,
Yeah.
on the west wall, there's also a door.
The west wall, though, is also where the gargoyle is.
I'm sorry, the east wall, my fault.
The east wall. Okay, there we go.
Right. Is where the door is, and the
Nice.
west wall
Okay,
is where the gargoyle.
cool.
There you go.
All right. That gargoyle looks jacked. If we're in 30 feet of it, let me know if it's magic.
You are within 30 feet of it.
I can only do a couple of things, guys. I got horrible dark eldritch fey powers. I got to use them.
Hey, I'm not knocking. I have had bad experience with statues several
Well, it doesn't seem to be radiating any sort of magic.
Okay.
I will get you a picture of what said gargoyle looks like. So, James, I've been putting pictures in the MOM gaming announcements.
Okay. I will hop on there to try and catch up.
That is a statue of the gargoyle in beautiful black and white with washboard abs.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure he's fine. And he's
That's
got-
sexy as hell.
And he's got the letters DAT underneath him. I'm sure that's nice too.
One of my favorites.
And he's got his own cracked chamber pot.
Dat abs.
Oh my.
That horn.
Do we want to talk about what's going on with the abs and general physiology of this guy? Because he is in trouble.
Well,
Like,
he's
Yeah,
a gargoyle,
that is-
so they have a different anatomy than.
Exactly. Their
Yeah.
abs are underneath
Yeah.
their rib cage.
yeah, there's too much anatomy going on here.
Well, I mean,
Hold
look at the arms.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, he said he's jacked.
I mean, you guys can examine statue all you want to. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it's going to try to fucking kill us shortly.
At the same time, or like one after the other.
Possibly both.
Okay, well, that's why I got jump.
That's why we have. That's why we have Brunor Brittlehammer.
Claw
or whatever.
attack.
Okay, well, I guess unless we wanted to start like hammering this thing preemptively, which
I'm not opposed to.
I just spent 2 hours moving fucking rocks outside. I'm good.
that was like a warm up for you, right?
Just to get the calisthenics going.
All right. Well, if we're not fussing with this gargoyle, which, I'm sure that's fine. I guess, do we want to just start kind of working our way kind of, clockwise and do the that kind of funny little dog leg door just south of us?
Here's a silly question.
Hmm.
Is there a path in which the gargoyle statue is facing on the floor?
No.
Okay, I just was curious if there was like a weird Lego universe like thing that we have to push it through.
No. This isn't.
Okay.
Yes.
This hasn't gone Resident
picture,
Evil on us yet, has it?
Tomb of Horrors, not Tomb Raider.
Okay.
This hasn't gone Resident Evil on us yet, has it?
Okay. I'm just asking. I mean, like, I want.
No, it's a fair question.
Immerse me.
It is pointing up to the sky. Should we maybe take a look at the sky to make sure there's not like 80 gargoyles about to pounce on us?
There's no sky. There's just a
It is pointing up to the roof, though.
top of.
He's just thanking Jesus.
Hey, since you can read all languages, I mean, maybe that's sign language.
Okay. Is this GSL? Is this gargoyle sign language?
No, it is not. I don't think gargoyles have the intelligence to have a sign language. Yeah, their modifier is well.
You heard it, bub.
Well, ain't nothing I can do about this thing until it starts coming at us. If it's gonna come at us, I say we just keep moving until.
Well, let's check the door that dog legs off.
Okay, so we're doing that funky eastern door that sort of aims. Yeah, that's kind of directly south of us, not on the south wall.
Okay, who's opening the door and where is everybody standing?
I'm, as always, in the safest space.
I'm gonna just.
And as a gnome, I think you can get away with saying that.
I guess we can always assume that it's either going to be the dwarf or Snart opening the door.
Yeah, and as long as there's someone who could possibly detect to see if there's a trap on the door first before I just open it.
That would be Snart.
Okay, I shall examine the door for traps.
Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
More than happy to open it.
I will forever be on either side of the door, Steve.
That's an
not get hit
18.
immediately.
There's no trap on that door.
Oh, is there a lock?
No.
I will push the door open slowly.
Everybody roll for initiative.
15.
Oh,
That's better than the last one. That's a
Oh, dang.
16.
Oh, that's always nice.
Beck, what'd you roll?
11.
4.
Lehman
22.
and James.
4.
Did you add your dex bonus to that?
In that case, 5.
Hey, man.
Moving up in the world, that's what matters.
Listen, I know my role in this team, okay? It is to take and give punishment.
Beck, roll a d6 and tell me what you get.
2.
Roll again.
1.
Okay. So it's going to be Lehman, then Lily, then Rodney, then whatever's attacking you. I wonder what that could be.
I wonder as well.
Then Beck, and then James.
Cool.
Can I assume my high initiative means I got a jub alarm?
Yes.
Nice.
Squark.
You're going to give him a high five?
All right.
Squark!
And can I also assume that there's a four-armed gargoyle bearing down on us?
You can assume that because the what appears to be a statue an instant ago comes to life before your eyes. The creature flaps its wings and stares at you.
Oh, I fucking called that.
Well, okay. I mean,
Gargoyles
I
do.
don't think you get to say you called it when it was literally the only thing in the room.
I think when Gary Gygax pays someone $15 to draw a picture, that probably means it's going to be
Oh,
a
of
problem.
course. But we didn't see the picture. We saw the statue in character.
What would have been great is if that piss pot attacked us. That was in the corner of that picture.
That's what he's gonna
That would have been
throw
a
at you.
twist.
That's well.
Oh,
Again,
that's
I was more
disgusting.
worried about that than anything else.
All right, so Lehman, what are you doing?
Okay, so this stony thing is sort of looking not pretty happy. Okay, I am going to cast Shatter. I'm going to cast Shatter so that it doesn't hit us. So it'll be sort of, I guess, whatever 10 feet behind the gargoyle.
Right.
He's got to make a Constitution saving throw, and if he is made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal, he has disadvantage on this saving throw.
Okay, so he actually is made of stone. Surprise.
Booyah!
And you said it was a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw, 3d8 thunder damage.
And what is your difficulty?
My difficulty is going to be 15.
Oh, he miserably fails that. How many D8? You can roll that damage on that.
All right. Yeah,
He takes it all.
I'm being useful. 14.
Okay. So, from the what kind of is it a cone? What's the area?
It's like a sphere. I mean, essentially, like it's like a center. It's like a grenade blast.
Okay, so yeah, you watch the shockwave ripple through the stone body, and parts of it start to chip off.
Nice.
Lily.
Well, let's do this. I would like to rage.
I called that.
It's my thing. It's what I do.
Okay, the red fills your eyes.
Oh,
You
I
think
so
of
was looking
Horsehead
forward to this.
bookends.
Horsehead bookends. What?
Niagara Falls, Horsehead bookends, whatever gets your frenzy up.
The joy of battle gets her frenzy up, but she would like to attack it.
Okay, you may do so.
Just to test the ground.
Just a regular rage.
Yeah, just a regular rage. I'm not looking to frenzy yet.
All right.
So I will actually recklessly attack this thing.
Okay. So you have advantage on your attacks, but disadvantage when something's attacking you, or they have advantage attacking you.
They have advantage on me.
Right.
So that's a 16 on the first one.
That is a hit.
Okay, so that does. Thank you, sword. That's really low damage. For me, anyway. That's
28.
18
damage.
points of damage. No, that's 18 points of damage. I do not have the blood drinker. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, your sword. Let me just make sure. Your sword chips off a bit of it, but it bounces off as well.
That's fine. I'm not done yet. Second attack is way better. That is a 24.
Okay, that hits.
That is the full 12 on that. So that is 27 points of damage.
Holy poop.
That's a lot of math I have to do. Hold on.
Wow, you're the one who sent monsters after us, so you only had
Gygax is the one who sent monsters after you. All right, that one seems to stagger it a little bit more, but once again, your blade chips off some of it. But does
I
not
take you
pierce
bit by
or
bit,
slash.
big boy.
It roars in frustration.
She roars back at it.
Okay, while Tanis is like engaged in melee with it, how is it situated in this room?
Well, you are at the door,
Mm-hmm.
and it is catty corner, in the northwest sector of the room, and it's kind of pinned there by Tanis right now. So I mean, unless your move is less than 20, you could make a move to it.
Right. No, I want to try to get behind it while she's distracting it.
Okay.
I'd like to grab that chamber pot on the way.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
It's this
Give me
great,
a-
Lily. You know
is it
what he's
called
going
in
to
this
do.
system? Give me a stealth roll,
Stealth roll.
and that will be opposed by its perception at disadvantage because it is otherwise engaged.
I'll say it is.
All right, that is going to be a 20.
Yeah, it is distracted by Lily, and you were able to sneak around it and grab the chamber pot.
Okay.
Lily, it is frustrated enough to attack you, so it is going to try and attack you with its claws.
Fire.
What's your armor class?
18.
So it misses on the first one. Hits on the second, and that will do 8 slashing damage.
Okay, so we'll do 4.
And then as the second claw rakes across your midsection, it comes in and tries to bite you. And that it misses. Becca, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to acid splash it.
Okay.
In melee?
Did
Yeah.
you just?
It's a targeted spell.
Okay.
All right. Does it need to? Do you have to hit it, or is it a saving throw?
No, it's a dex save.
Okay. What is the DC for that?
Remind me what that is.
The 8 plus your wizard level, right?
8 plus 4 plus whatever your probably your intelligence modifier
I think it's wisdom.
for a wizard.
Actually, I don't know for a wizard.
I think for a wizard it's intelligence.
I think it is. So, 15? No. Did you say 8 plus 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 15.
Okay. Yeah, it is unable to dodge that, probably because it was trying to bite Lily. So, how much?
Oh wait,
damage?
sorry. Are you 10th level or 14th level?
14.
Oh, so that's going to be a 1 extra.
Oh, okay, cool. 8 plus 5 then.
Thank you, Lehman.
Gotcha. Awesome. It takes 14 points of damage. Acid.
Ooh.
As you splash it with acid, the
Starts to really rethink its mental state, man.
well, it doesn't have time because the acid starts to eat away into the stone body of the gargoyle and spread out. And as it spreads out, the gargoyle structure collapses till you're left with bits of gargoyle lying in a heap on the ground.
And Snart standing
yeah.
there with a chamber pot raised over his head.
Well, we can
It's
collect.
Just looking at
I pick up the hand with the pointing finger and hold it up like I'm number 1.
Yeah.
and start standing in front of Tanis, and Tanis is just looking at him. The red's leaving her eyes. And she just, what the hell are you doing?
Don't use that as a back scratcher or a nose picker.
I was
Dang.
gonna put the chamber pot over the gargoyle's head.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Everybody make a perception roll.
No.
No, I don't see shit.
I see everything. I got a 24.
Lily, you see that around the creature's neck is a collar. studded with 10 gleaming gems.
I pick up the collar.
What you got a 24?
Yeah.
You pick up the collar. They're nice looking blue quartz stones, by the way. And there seems to be a hidden compartment.
What?
I open the compartment.
There's a slip of parchment.
I open the parchment.
Is it a clue?
There's a missive written on it, but you cannot understand it.
It's not written in Elven Common or Dwarvish or Undercommon. I hand it off.
It is not.
You, Small.
I could read it.
Yeah, she hands it to you.
I can read everything.
She remembers. You've said this numerous times since we met.
I can only do a few things, guys.
I
One of
know,
them is
I
read
know.
everything.
I know.
It says, "Look low and high for gold, to hear a tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and on your way you'll wend." And then there's the ruin for A inscribed underneath that.
You number
Aw,
the damn worms.
nice.
Cool. All right. I repeat that for everyone who can make sense of it.
Look low and high for gold, to hear a tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and on your way you'll wend. A.
Hey.
I don't think it was written by Ian Anderson.
Hey.
He's leaving us little love notes, guys.
So which way do we go? Do we want to go through the open door, or do we want to go?
I mean, nothing has suggested otherwise, unless you see a giant A on any of these doors. I
Yeah,
guess.
do you see an archway? Archway.
The one we
There
haven't
was
seen
an
any-
archway
back in the red-
out and down the hall. Yeah.
Hey, was there anything in that little wicker urn thingy?
No.
It wasn't actually a poo basket, was it?
Maybe there's a few little stone.
Stone
Gargoyle
droppings in there.
poos.
Okay, just
At
checking.
least he was clean, Gargoyle. And look,
The room that you opened is a 10-foot square, and it looks like the only door is the door you came in.
Okay. Anything in the room?
Give me a perception check.
So sorry, this is just like a little broom closety thing.
Yeah, it's
Nine-
like a 10-foot square.
19.
No, you don't. There's nothing else in the room.
No, nothing magic within 30 feet.
Well, why don't you give me there's no magic. You can
That's-
give me a perception check, though.
All I'm doing is Geiger countering. No one wants me looking for things.
Is the ceiling or the floor gold by any chance?
They're not.
Okay.
By this time, Jamroar finally hits his initiative and goes, "Oh shit, the gargoyle moved."
In my old games, we call that whoever went last in initiative is the guy struck with, "Hey, did you ever realize Cobra Commander and Starstream had the exact same voice?"
Yeah, so everyone could give me just passive perception checks in that room.
16.
16 on the deck.
Same.
1.
Yeah,
Together the 316s.
Fitting. Your character, James.
Very
that's a
fitting.
blank room. It's like a little broom closet.
All right.
Moving
First,
on.
so moving clockwise again, do we want to try the southeastern door on the south wall?
Sure.
All right.
I'm
There's
feeling
nothing.
pretty
If there's
stoked.
nothing magical or trappy about it, we'll do that one.
I'm here to stab things for you. You lead the way.
Okay, hold on one second. This is just because that's how you appear on my screen. Beck, you are 1. James, you are 2.
Mhm.
Lehman, you are 3.
Fair.
Lily, you are 4. And Rodney, you are 5.
I'm 5.
Johnny Fives
That's just
live.
No disassemble.
we do fair things. Okay, so
That's what Jub Jub keeps saying.
which door are you taking a look at?
We're doing on the southern wall, the eastern door, so the one on the right.
The closest one. Okay. Anybody checking the door?
Sure, I will check the door for traps.
Okay. Roll them bones.
Well, I know I'm late to the party, but what the hell is Jub Jub?
Oh, sorry. That's my bird, my familiar.
Bird
Oh,
familiar.
okay, fair enough.
It's been the most useful thing here so far, actually.
Now, is that a perception or an investigation?
What'd you get?
If it's perception, I got 17. If it's investigation, I got 24.
You have an investigation, don't you?
I do.
Did you roll investigation in the room?
No, I
room?
did not.
Why don't you do that? That's my fault. It's my fault for playing too much Call of Cthulhu, where everything is lumped into that one skill.
14 investigation.
Okay, so back to the door. Back to the door. It does not appear to be any traps with your investigation.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Open the door.
There's another 10-foot by 10-foot room with a door on the southern wall.
Okay.
So does that mean you could have used investigation in that previous broom closet?
It
I
doesn't.
did and didn't do
Take care
anything.
of that.
Why am I picturing Jub Jub looking like a brass clockwork Toucan Sam?
Like a
I
weird
had-
Clash of the Clayton.
I had him
So
straight
knockoff?
up Toucan Sam.
Just
Ubo.
He's a
Just-
Tuki bird. Tuki Tuki.
Just follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
Tuki Tuki.
It always knows.
What did you people do to my bird?
We fed him some Fruit Loops.
Oh, okay. That's fine. He's got a high save against diabetes.
He'll need it. Okay, so yeah, there's a door on the southern wall.
All right, so we want to go through this door, or do we want to check the other door first?
Sorry, I was away for a while. Did we determine there was nothing through the south doors?
We checked the southeast door. There's a 10-foot passageway, and then another door.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm fine. Just yeah, I guess we might as well just take a look at what that other door is,
All right.
in case it just happens to like lead to the end of the game.
All right, I shall investigate the southwest door.
Okay, give me an investigative roll.
That's going to be, what is my investigate again? That's going to be 26.
Yeah, there is no lock, and it is not trapped.
Okay, I will push that one open.
It is a 10 by 10 room, and there's a door at the southern end of the room.
So
This
it's
room
exact.
looks-
Is it just the same as the other one? Like it looks just the same?
Yep.
I think we should split up.
Rejected.
We'll have
Jeb,
Magic
what do you
Guider
think?
counter check one door.
Right. Yeah. I say we're in this hall. We're in this one. We should just keep pushing forward. I think otherwise, otherwise it'll be at 4 a.m. before we fight our next monster.
All right, let's go. Southwest door, southwest passage. It is.
Okay. What are you checking for traps?
I will investigate the door for traps.
I'm sorry, I know usually this is assumed, but this is
25.
a trap-laden dungeon.
25.
It is opened, and it does not appear to be any traps.
Okay. I will open this door.
It is another 10 by 10 room, 10-foot square room, with a door on the eastern wall.
Fudge.
Does it just based on our ability to kind of infer? Does it seem like the
dwarf
wall of
says-
it?
The dwarf says you're wasting your time. It's just a
U.
passage of doors.
Okay.
I'm assuming the dwarf has that dwarven ability of underground knowledge, right? Don't they have?
Of knowing which way's north.
Yeah, don't they have like a special dungeon crawling sense of direction? and stuff?
Stone sense.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
So
Okay.
we've just been repeating the same.
I
Okay.
guess we'll go back out into the main hallway
And next door, please.
and follow that to the mosaic devil face.
No one touched a devil face.
Oh, so you're going all the way out back into the original?
Wasn't that what you just said, that all of these
No,
were
no.
sort of doubling in on themselves?
Let me see if I can.
Sorry, that was a little confusing.
All
I
right.
just figured we would backtrack back to the
All right. I'm gonna
nearest door that we
draw
haven't
because
opened.
I don't want to give anything away. So. This is not to scale.
Okay.
All right. That is what you're looking at. Those X's are the doors.
Right. So it's a U shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes,
so yeah, so there's
right
so
back
there's
into the gargoyle.
so there's the only other place to go to then is the main hallway, the painted hallway.
Right. Or, you can
Or
always
leave and go outside.
Right. You can do that. Or, you can check for secret doors. Those
Secret
happen.
door?
Those happen in dungeons.
Yeah.
Okay. I
We can
mean,
do that.
but okay. I guess unless we just want Rodney going, I search. Is there some like kind of overarching thing that can be rolled to just sort of assume, or literally just every 5 minutes is Rodney going to need to say I'm searching? Can we put on some kind of searching Geiger counter for Rodney?
We can.
for
If Rodney
secret doors?
will make his investigation checks.
That will be a 28.
Okay. It takes a while, but you look over the room pretty thoroughly, and in that little broom closet on the south wall, you detect that there is it's cleverly disguised, but it kind of looks like a door that is painted to look like the wall. The hinges are on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. So would it open like down like a drawbridge toward us, or push inward?
Fiddling and doing both those things actually opens it.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's kind of like a reverse crawl space door.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a person-sized doggy door.
What's a doggy door?
You alert your companions that there is indeed a secret door in the broom closet.
Companions, there is indeed a secret door.
See,
I
all
heard
right.
a dog.
So
there a
says Bilbo.
Is there a giant A on the door?
There is not a giant A on the door. But now, I'll tell you what. Beck, why don't you roll a D10 and roll it as a D5 as you all saunter into the room.
As in, like, cut it in half?
As in 1 and 2 is 1, 2 and 3 is 2.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you cut it in half.
God,
With
that
math.
is so complicated.
Cut it in half with math.
I got a 2.
You rolled a 2?
2.
So you rolled a 2 or?
I rolled a 3.
Okay. All right. As you go in, James, I need a saving throw. Well, hold on. Not quite yet.
Okay.
I need a saving throw.
Now, okay.
I need a dex saving throw.
Sure.
I suddenly have a portent that
A pen-
comes over me, and I replace whatever his roll is with a 17.
You mean
Well, I had a 19.
Oh, what'd you roll it for?
To make me feel bad.
Okay.
But I got a 17. So.
Okay.
Sure,
my
now you
dex
roll
modifier.
well.
I know.
Yes, you take 8 points of piercing damage as a bolt, a crossbow bolt, a volley of them fires from the ceiling.
Ow!
Well, hang on a second. That's what I get with that roll? Jesus. What if I failed?
You did fail.
With a 17.
We are in a murder dungeon.
Yeah.
I realize
something
Okay,
tells
so,
me we're all level 14, so everything's going to probably be at least DC 20.
I hear that.
All right. So we're going to go in the same initiative order that we were in before, minus the gargoyle.
No,
So, Lehman.
All right. So what do Jub Jub and I take in from what's going on?
You are in another. You're in another 10 by 10 room that with the door that you just passed through to the north.
Okay.
That was the secret
and the
room.
dwarf is now a pincushion.
Is there anything of note or
It looks exactly like the room you were in before.
what seemed to were we able to see from what direction our friend got whacked
It was
from?
from the ceiling.
Oh, it's from the ceiling. Is there anything else on the ceiling of note?
No, and it doesn't even appear that you can tell where it came from.
Okay. I assume there's no magic.
There is an aura of magic, yes.
Oh, from where?
From all around you.
Oh, all right. Can I attempt to? I'll focus on it to try to figure out what school of magic it is, whether it's illusion or something like that. So that's how I'll be spending my turn.
Okay. It is indeterminate. It's just a vague aura of slightly evil magic.
All right, guys, we're dealing with evil magic in this room, so heads up.
Okay, Lily.
Yes.
Phrasing.
Now you tell me.
I'm still waiting for my turn.
You got a while. You got a.
Speech is a free action.
It is.
Lily, what you doing?
I don't see anything, right?
I don't know. You can give me a perception.
I'm trying to see if I can see anything because we're clearly under attack.
You can give me a perception check.
No, I rolled a 2. That was not happening.
No, you're just as flummoxed as everyone else.
Word is out. She's just a little confused about what happened.
Rodney,
Yes.
you could
Investigate.
I'm just
Sure.
yeah.
Now I also have blind sense, which if I am able to hear, I am aware of any creatures hidden or invisible within 10 feet of where I am.
Yeah, you do not detect
Okay.
any creatures.
All right, then we'll go with investigation.
Okay.
And that will be a 28.
Yeah, there is another door, a secret door on the southern wall.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be trapped, and it appears to wobble from the center.
Okay. I will attempt to open said door.
Okay. It swings around like a revolving door on the center pin and reveals another room, 10 by 10, that looks strangely like the 2 previous rooms you were in.
Hey, dwarf, you want to go in there?
Mm-hmm.
I lift my shield above my head and go, yes.
Okay, it's
yes,
actually
I would.
okay. Are you going in, or are you just opening the door?
I'm just opening the door at the moment.
Okay, it's Baxter.
I asked the dwarf if he wants to go.
All right. James, it's finally your turn.
I lift my shield
Above his head.
And you
go
go.
above
in?
my head and
And you
walk
go in?
through the room.
Okay. James is in the room.
Give me a deck saving throw as
Nope.
bolts shoot out from
Beck,
the
once again, I need a D5.
Okay. I rolled a 4. So that's still a 2.
Oh, it's a 2?
Again, yeah.
James, give me a saving throw at advantage because you have your shield.
That means you rolled
I'll tell you what. No, even better. You can roll your saving throw, and is your shield a magic shield or a regular shield?
This is just a regular shield.
What is its armor class bonus?
It was +2.
You can add the +2 to your saving throw.
Okay. Well, it does not do me any favors. I got a 17 total.
Oh.
You take another 13 points as another bump comes from above.
Dang.
I don't suppose anybody's got any healing up in this mug.
James does.
Okay.
Yes, I do, but I would like to stop being hit, please, so I can do so.
The dice have spoken.
All right. Top of the order, Lehman.
I'll be hiding in the back for a while.
If nothing is indicating itself directly as the source of evil within this,
No, it's just a general aura of evil magic.
I mean, this is different. This is different. I've only felt this particular evil since walking into this room. Is that correct?
Into the complex of rooms that you're in right now, with the secret doors.
Like, okay, so after the gargoyle fight.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You were fine in the gargoyle room. You were fine in the U-door room.
Okay.
Rooms. It's just once you opened the first secret door and came through.
Sure. Then I am going to. I'm gonna sort of just be trying to focus on that, kind of figure out if there's any general source of it, and I'll do my standard kind of jub reconnaissance along with everyone else.
All right. Well, have a Jub make a perception roll or invest. Yeah, perception.
Okay.
Jub.
We got a 13 plus Jub.
Jub is too busy freaking out about the crossbow bolts that are appearing out of nowhere.
And the dwarf yelling and screaming probably doesn't help either.
Yeah, he's using some choice words, probably.
Fair enough.
Lily.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'll try to perceive again.
Okay.
Natural 20.
There's another door, it looks like, on the southern wall.
Another door. Well, I'll make my way over to that other door and kind of kick it with my foot.
It rings out, but with a natural 20, you determine that it is like an actual crawl space door that pulls out and up.
All right, so I do that.
Or inward and up. Okay, you open it up, and there is a corridor running to the west for 30 feet.
I think I found something.
All right, let's get out of this murder pit. Into the next one.
And it ends on a blank wall.
Oh, farts.
Rodney.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I shall go first into the good hallway, investigating for traps.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
29.
At the end of the hallway on the western door is another secret door. This one looks like it just slides up.
Okay.
All right, Beck.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Okay, did Rodney find anything?
Yeah, he found a door at the end of the western corridor.
Okay.
That actually opens up, into another 10 by 10 room.
Oh,
A murder room.
all right. How much investigation can I do without actually like standing in the room?
You can do none. You actually would have to be in the room too.
But uh-huh. Let's see. I ain't going in there.
You ain't going in there?
I ain't going in there.
Okay, fair enough. So you hold your action, and James, it is your turn.
Okay, so in the room that I am in,
Mm-hmm.
what exactly? Like, I clearly went into the room that no one else is in. Is there anything I can see, or am I just like, oh my god, there's so many bolts in my face?
Are you in the new room, or are you where?
Well, the room that Rodney opened the door.
Okay, just the new. Yeah, it looks. If you give me a perception roll.
Okay. 9.
It looks just like the rest of these rooms.
Is there a door?
Not that you can tell.
Damn it.
No. All right.
I'm going to put myself in a corner and try and hold the shield in front of me.
All right.
You hear the sound of
I'm
crying.
going to have James, you can roll the D5. Because Beck has one for you.
Well, I rolled a 6.
You can't roll a 6. Oh, so it's a 3.
There you go.
Lehman. Make a dex save.
So that means he went into the new room and nothing happened to him, but something's going to happen to one of us outside of it.
Yes.
I have no problem with this.
It's going to happen to Lehman.
Oh, yay.
So yeah, roll a dex save.
Me?
Our small, fragile gnome.
All right. Dex, I'm not
Save
terrible
the
at.
bird.
So that's going to be Ring of Protection is just AC, right? That's not saves.
Yeah, it's just AC.
All right, so that's 17.
You will take 10 points of damage.
Okay. From where?
From a crossbow bolt that appears to have fired out of the ceiling.
Okay. Okay.
And it is your turn.
Okay, so far this crossbow bolt is only firing at folks in this one room.
No.
Or has this been firing at folks in both this room and the seemingly empty corridor?
Yes. It's been firing pretty consistently since you entered this series of rooms.
Okay. Then I will attempt. I get a sense that there's magic, but I can't quite pin its location or like.
Yeah, it's basically all pervading.
It's all pervading. Okay. Well, that's not. Okay. I'm going to attempt to dispel magic. So, if it's a 3rd level spell or lower, it just flat out ends. If it's 4th level or higher, I've got to use. I got to make a check. So I'll roll my check just right now.
Okay. Tell me what you get.
That's a 20. So that's going to be 10. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, you cast Dispel Magic. Lily, it's your turn.
I guess I'm still looking around. I mean, I found that door, but that didn't seem to do anything for us yet.
Give me a perception or investigate check. Whatever is.
I got a 1, so it doesn't matter.
No.
I went from feast to famine.
Rodney.
17 investigate.
Yeah, there's nothing in this room that you can see. Deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if I find something you missed.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Assuming that was a single-digit roll.
Yeah.
And James.
Out of frustration because I'm being shot at from the ceiling, I will chuck a javelin at the ceiling.
You chuck a javelin at the ceiling, and a bit of dust and rock crumble and hit you on the head. You take no damage.
Clearly, it is not an illusion.
But the dungeon might be laughing at you. Existentially. Okay.
Crisis is upon us.
Damon, it's your turn.
Is there still that sense of evil magic around?
No, there's not.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something at least. I will sort of find the nearest sort of big character and use them as a meat shield and keep my
Under
just
their
sort of
crotch.
and just be Geiger countering as best I can.
Billy, are you wearing a kilt?
No, she's not. Actually, she has pants on.
Okay, Lily, it's your turn. The gnome crouches under your legs, clutching.
Your
I'm feeling
message.
she's probably used to this.
Fletching.
Make sure to hold around calf just so you don't fall off.
I'm like getting these. Remember in the 70s, the 60s, and the 70s when they had Flash teaming up with the Atom? The Atom would sit on the Flash's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No.
nice.
That's
Tannis probably is the tallest one here.
Tannis and what's his name? Beamish.
Beamish, that's me.
See, I was a Marvel girl, so I was picturing more like Colossus and Wolverine, but not as tough.
Hey,
That's-
it's about the same size.
Fastball special, or was that Beast?
No, it was Colossus.
Oh, so,
Pretty
yeah.
much whoever was strong enough to whip him, really.
That's true.
All right, so Lily, what are you doing?
I'm still looking around, I guess. Yeah, that's still no better. That's 11.
Okay. Well, now that the magic has been dispelled and the danger part, you all can breathe a little bit easier and take your time.
Beamish friend, I understand you are a little nervous, but it's hard to move with you there.
So that means we can all take 10 and just like look for stuff.
Well, you can't take 10, but you can take your time, and we can get out of initiative order. So,
Yay! Y'all is welcome.
I got a 30 investigate.
okay, yeah, there's a secret door on the north part of this room,
Here it is.
Yay!
and that one looks like it. Which one is that?
Opens into a 10 by 10 room.
That one's pulls inward, like it's hinged and opens up like bat doors.
Like bat doors, what?
Not this bat doors, but like Weird West bat doors.
Batwing doors.
Yeah. That actually is a 10 by 20 foot room that goes north.
Ooh, variety.
Okay.
Anything of note? So we really haven't gotten a bead on what this sort of place looks like. Like, are there more frescoes? Is it all just sort of
No,
like
this is kind of dull, grayish, not very thrilling.
stone?
Yeah.
I mean, is it obviously man-made stone or is
Oh
it
yeah.
cavern?
Well, it's constructed. I
Okay,
couldn't
yes.
tell you what kind of entity actually constructed it.
Fair enough. Okay. But there's nothing. Are there any features? Is there anything noticeable in this room?
No, and the thing is, every room looks exactly like the one before. The only thing that's differing is the size of the rooms.
Man.
But you're in that section of like Wolfenstein where it's just wall.
Oh, the fun part of Wolfenstein.
Yes, when you're going through corridors and there's walls.
Oh my gosh, this is like Tecmo's Revenge.
I guess the Lich, if he doesn't kill you with the traps, he bores you to death with the secret.
It's just like Halo.
I feel like you're reaching here.
I will go into the room.
Okay. You enter the room.
I enter the room. Natural 20, so that is a 33 investigate.
On the northernmost part of the western wall, there is a secret door that slides to the left.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
There's
One
a-
house
Crisscross. Let me
Cha-cha
see
for
you
me.
clap your hands.
there's another 10 by 10 room. There's a door on the opposite wall, so the western wall,
Okay.
and there are 7 studs in a row on the door.
7 studs in a row. I'm gonna lean up against them. Now there's 8.
Oh yeah. That's my Saturday night, y'all.
Yes, it's turned into 1997 Fox.
That's right.
After studs, the Rush Limbaugh Show.
Nobody wants that.
He had a television show on Fox.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
It was syndicated.
But it was on Fox. Yeah, it was basically his radio show.
Yeah, it was on NBC. It was on NBC in
cameras.
Baton Rouge.
They stuck cameras in the studio and watched him blow it out of his ass for 45 minutes or whatever.
No,
National TV.
he actually had a set, like a talk show type of set, except there was no like guest chairs. It was just desk and Rush Limbaugh and like a fireplace and all this other
Right,
stuff.
his book, right? It had the books on the mantle.
Yeah, his own books.
His book.
Yeah, talent on loan from God, and he had he kept hawking the watches with Bill Clinton with the hands that ran backwards.
We're all old, except for Lehman.
I'm glad I don't remember this shit.
I don't know
I do
what
not
the hell
remember
you guys
this.
are talking about.
I don't know
you're
what they're talking about
Canadian.
either, James. I don't know what they're talking about either.
Crappy American
Well,
late
James,
night
you were in
TV.
Canada, so that, I don't see why you would get.
You live in a Limbaugh free zone.
Yeah.
Hey, you should be thankful you live in Limbaugh free
I
zone.
live in a country that reveres American television, and yet I still don't
Limbaugh
know
is
what
not
this is.
American
Yeah,
television.
it was more or less paid
special.
programming.
Fair
This
enough.
was like
pretty
late
much.
night paid programming.
Okay, so
All right. So yeah,
7 studs.
door, 7 studs. The bachelor door.
I will reach into my pack and pull out a rose, see which one responds.
Flavor Flav.
Oh,
You know what time it is?
Yeah, boy.
you should. You've got 17 clocks around your neck.
Okay, I like Flavor Flav. So
We gotta do this because you know we can do this.
this is the cold
I just
lamp.
hate reality TV.
That's the
All right,
other way
exactly.
the Lich plans on killing us.
This is exactly what Gygax had in mind when he made this.
It could have been. It could have been. Rap was in his infancy. Okay, so we have 7 studs.
All right. Are they in a particular pattern? They're in a row, you said?
They're in a row.
7 studs in a row. Anything in that poem about studs?
One would have to look and see.
And Lehman's only got about another less than 20 minutes now.
Okay. Well, I think once we deal with the studs, we can probably, you guys can probably take a long rest in the next section, and we can do it again some other time.
All right.
Alrighty.
2 bits.
We will not have
Y'all
you
can
return
keep
to
going. I don't mind. It's just we have a early day tomorrow.
I don't want you turning into a pumpkin.
No, he's saying we can go on without him, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm saying y'all can keep rolling. You can take Jub.
Well, some of us have to work tomorrow anyway.
Indeed. So we aren't seeing anything that refers to the second poem around here, are we? The gold above and gold below. And
No,
And we haven't touched anything green yet, I don't think.
I'll get you all a copy of that poem as well while you're deciding what to do with the studs. Booyah.
All right. Are they on the door or near to the door? On the wall?
They're on the door. Think of it as, I mean, to break the mood, it's like a keypad on the across. Or you could maybe consider it to be like a puzzle in a video game. Like Duke Nukem.
Okay. And since you brought up Duke Nukem, I'm just going to go
Nukem.
balls deep and blow the door open.
With what?
You said Duke Nukem. That's how it ends. That's all we know.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's how it is.
So, I'm guessing we probably won't just get a little lockout message if we start fiddling these studs in the wrong order, though.
I have no comment.
Life for you, little life.
You won't tell
I am
us.
looking for you. Does our Geiger counter detect any magic?
Your Geiger counter does not detect magic.
All right. I will check the room to see if there's any like traps that might be set off by failure to activate these buttons.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're there.
I'm gonna go and say, give me a
Investigation.
no, yeah, give me an investigation roll.
23.
You can't tell. You can't tell if there's a mechanism or not that would harm you. I mean, obviously there's some sort of mechanism, but you can't tell. And
So-
if it does harm you, you don't know.
So
how.
I don't see any like murder holes or
Nope, just 7
anything where
seconds.
gas would come out or anything like that.
Nope.
Just
Look at
giant
these.
lava spout.
Right.
If it's giant, though, would we even notice it? We'd probably just be standing in it.
This whole dungeon's a giant lava spout waiting to happen.
It's true.
It really is.
But it's a fun lava spout.
And this is how we all died.
I'm happy.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
There's your second poem, by the way.
all right. I will push the second stud.
Nothing happens.
Nothing, or
You hear a
You're telled untold. Archways annual. Where you win. The initials scribed A.
Acererak, I'm assuming. Unless he's got a little friend. Archibald.
Metric.
So how exactly are these posts in the walls lined up? Like, are there high ones and low ones, or are they all just in a line?
Well, they're all in a line.
I got nothing.
Well,
Tannis ain't dumb, but she ain't exactly the smartest.
I'll just go down the line.
I step back into the other room as he's doing this.
No, nothing happens pressing them all on a line.
Maybe 2 up, 2 down.
To push every other stud.
No.
I might have missed this, but are the studs marked in any way, like numerically, alphabetically?
No, they're not.
Just there.
So this is your typical Resident Evil. Here's a switch puzzle. Figure it out.
Yep, basically.
So we can randomly flick
So
switches.
pushing the
for
2 in the
patterns.
middle.
I will activate my super speed and try every possible permutation.
There are only so many combinations you can have.
Yeah, but I don't feel like doing the math.
I know.
Roll for obvious clue.
Yeah. You don't have to press them individually. They do press in tandem, in groups. You can press as many as you want at the same time.
But there's nothing to indicate
No,
any
there's
sort of
nothing
order.
there.
There's nothing in the area. I mean, I feel like we could spend the rest of my time playing with a random puzzle, but if there's nothing that indicates it, I say we just go back and continue down the corridor until.
Okay, well, let's try pressing them all at the same time.
Engage
The
button
door
mashing.
opens.
There we go.
Swings out.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Well, there could be lava behind that door.
It's true.
Well, behind the door,
It's not 1 but 2 Jormonger worms.
no, it is area 10. Is behind.
Halitosis.
Halitosis is
The
behind
real
door.
killer.
It opens into another large hallway. This one is festooned with frescoes on the walls.
Ooh, frescoes.
Del frescoes. It's similar to the first long hall that you came from, but there
Is it also going north-south?
Yes. It is. Okay. So from where you came up, it's 20 feet across, and including the square you're in, it's 30 feet north. And then not including the square you're in, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 feet to the south.
Holy cow.
There's an archway at the southern end of the room. Now, here's the thing: the wall has these statues, and each statue is holding a different colored globe.
Are the statues made of metal?
I'm going to show you the statues, pardon me, in a second, as soon as I pull up the pic I took.
I'm guessing we're going to see green and black and red.
So that is the black and white picture of what a section of the wall looks like. It's a sample,
Ugh.
but each one of those globes is a different color.
Don't touch the green ones.
So if you want just a description, what we can do is we can give you a description of what is going on with these, and then we can call it a night. So the west wall, coming from the top square, there's a gold orb held high overhead. The next square down is an orange globe held waist high. There's a door on the third one. Below the door is a bronze one held waist high. Then a gray one held at shoulder height. There's a space where there is none. There's a bright blue one held at the foot level. then a white one held high overhead, a turquoise one held at the shoulder, a scarlet one held waist high, and a pale green one held at the feet. That's the west wall. The east wall is once again top to bottom. Pale blue held at the shoulder, silver held at the feet, nothing. Oh, that's the wall the door you just came out of. Next to that is a green orb held high overhead, then a yellow held at shoulder height, pink held high overhead, black at the feet, pale violet held at the shoulder, a space, red held waist high, buff, I'm assuming that would be beige at feet, nothing, and then indigo held high overhead. Don't worry too much about writing that down right now. We can always review it. So yeah, this would be a good place to pause, recover hit points, and all that jazz. And then Lehman can go and not be pumpkinized.
Alrighty. Don't touch anything green. Touch gold stuff.
Hey, we didn't die yet.
Yeah. And seriously, only one of us has been mostly maimed.
Hamrod pulls out a bolt from his neck. What was that?
Yeah, sorry about your face, James.
He doesn't need it.
All right. Well, everybody who was watching and everyone who's listening, thank you very much. We'll pick up this again at some future date. In the meanwhile, say good night, Gracie.
Good night,
Good
Gracie.
night.